miscarriage. Some people have.
Don't let it be too late before you see God's face. I don't want you to learn in a hard way.
God is not an author of confusion. Baba does not confuse his children. He does not at all.
Sometimes when you ask, when you say, oh, I need to forgive this person, you didn't necessarily get an apology. You didn't necessarily get an acknowledgement that this person is saying, oh, I'm sorry for this thing that I did to you. So it's like you have to address that. You have to address what it is that is actually upsetting you.
Hello. Good day and greetings. Welcome to Abby's chat for this wonderful episode. And today, here with my wife, who also happens to be my best friend. And today we'll be discussing an exciting topic. And we're trusting that it's going to be a wonderful discussion. Wherever you're watching us from, welcome to Abby's chat. And we know it's going to be a wonderful episode. Please stay tuned, relax, and enjoy. So, by the way, so we'll just be diving into it. We're just talking about friendship and marriage. First of all, this is an episode that's open to you, whether you're married, you're single, you're engaged. We're just going to be sharing from our own lens of marriage. We're saying friendship is the state of being friends, and I feel friendship to me personally means the ability to get to know someone, get to relate with them, and if you choose in terms of stepping it further, taking the friendship to the next level, then you commit to them. But the question now is, does every married couple stay friends for life?
For me, friendship is I can be myself and they will also accept me for who I am.
Yep.
And friendship for me is like it doesn't be just like how you said, it's built on trust and mutual respect for each other and honesty. So yeah.
How important do you think friendship plays in marriage?
Friendship is the most important foundation for a marriage. Because if every other thing fails, like sexual intimacy can reduce. You say you love this person right now. Love is pick off. If you're friends with your spouse, you would love to be with your spouse.
So, and that's why another thing is to, be intentional with your friendship with your spouse. But as you build, and another thing that was, there's a lot of things we're putting into it. I think another thing that also another thing that came to my mind is the fact that sometimes most people build every other area of life, every other area of the marriage life, but neglect that friendship part. What do I mean by that is the fact that if you're married and you're watching this, there's tendency to want to raise the kids, want to concentrate on the family, want to concentrate on every other thing, the well-being of the family, especially if you have your family is growing. Now, instead of talking about how both of you feel, instead of, you're also putting that at the forefront of, oh, babe, how you doing? How you feeling? So let's go out and let's go have some us time. You tend to pour that into the kids, tend to pour that into the family, which is not bad. But if you're not intentional about building that friendship with your spouse, you might tend to lose out. So by the time and when that happens, the resulting effect of it is the fact that some married couples they put all their energy into their kids, and when the kids now grow up and they leave the home, they now become strangers to each other because they didn't pour into that friendship that they had before. So don't pour into. We're just advising you that if you're married and you're watching this, or you're engaged, or you're planning to get married, don't pour every your energy, your time, and effort into every other thing at the neglect of your friendship with your spouse. So as you're building those area of things, you're building your finance, you're building your own personal career, you're building your every other thing, you're building family, you're building community. Make sure you're also building that friendship with your spouse. Don't assume, and that's another thing too. Don't assume that she is my friend now, she is my spouse now. You already knows that. No, you still need to make time for that friendship. You know, put time into it, let it grow because when every other thing grows around you and leave, your kids will leave one day. Your kids will not be with you forever. Sometimes too, family members can, after some of them might even relocate to other places, right? They move to other areas and whatever the only person that you tend to be with you will be your spouse. So if you don't intentionally pour into that friendship as you grow together, you will end up growing up and being strangers to each other, and that will not really help at all. Any other point? Another thing I want to say is, we're talking about how do you know, how to determine if you're married to your friend, or you're still married to your friend, or you're in love, or you're in marriage with your friend, or you're engaged to your friend. Is number two, which I also wanted to speak is, are you your best authentic self with your spouse, or the person you're in relationship, or the person you're dating with? Are you your best authentic self with that person? Now, I'll put a balance to this. When we say authentic self, we're not condoning bad character and bad behavior.
No.
So it's not that they say, "Oh, I'm my best authentic self." You are lazy, you have bad mouth, you have bad character, and you want someone that will accept you for that. No, if in fact one of the true sign of that you are truly you are married with your friend is that your friend should be able to call you out when you are not doing the right thing.
Yeah.
You okay?
Yes. So yeah. Okay.
Your friend, the person you're married to, that you claim to be a friend, and that's one thing that will make your friendship last. Your friend should be able to tell you the truth. If you're with a friend that is not telling you the truth, then you are not with the right friend. But your friend should be able to call you out when you are not doing the right thing and tell you that no, this is not the right way to do it. This is not the right thing to do. Because a friend that wants the best for you would want you to advise you to make sure that you are doing the right thing at every point in time and at every step of the way. So back to the discussion is, if if you want to know if you're married to your friend or you're in a relationship with your friend, is the fact that, are you your best self? Do you know everybody has their authentic self? Everyone.
Somebody's a fake before. Is anybody faking?
What I mean, authentic self is, okay, let me put it this way. Let me rephrase. Everybody has their uniqueness.
Yeah, they show it everywhere they go.
Yeah. And they show it thank you. And they show it everywhere you go. So if you're with someone that you can't fully express the fullness of yourself, you understand? Or maybe you are hiding a personality of you that for example, now, God has blessed me with someone that I know has brought so many joy and happiness to my life. They're watching us. You see, now that's part of what I'm saying. She's a wonderful, amazing person. She is. I'm also my own wonderful and amazing person I am. Sometimes I could be quiet. Sometimes, what are you? What? But am I not quiet? Am I not gentle?
Oh, gentle girl.
So I'm not gentle.
I didn't say that. I said you're gentle.
No, your whole goal is making me like so I'm not gentle.
Is your heart beating? Is it breaking?
No, my heart is very calm.
That's the thing.
It's very calm like it's still waters. So it's the fact that, and that's what we're saying now. What happened between us now is our normal, is the way we do things, right? And are you your best authentic self, or you're faking it? You're hiding yourself to please that person. You're hiding what makes you unique just to fit in with that person. So another way you can see, check if you're with your friend. Please, we're not saying this because we are expecting you to go and have issue in your marriage. No, we're just trying to give a perspective that would help. And if there's any of those things that you feel like, oh, you are not your best self with, you can work on it. And that's it. So if you started not being close friend with that person, now that you're married to the person, you can work on being their friend. And that's good. So, are you your best authentic self with that person? So, babe, what do you want to say to that?
But being
Your authentic self with the person you're married.
which is true, anyways. You're supposed to be your real self. I know I've been in a situation whereby, before I got married, I was in a relationship where I was myself. So, and it was getting too much. I was like, no, this is not me. 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 This is like, it's getting too much. So I was like, So I had to leave the relationship. So I do understand the definition of being yourself with the person, like actually. But yeah, you can form at the beginning of friendship. At the end, you still be your normal self.
No.
Like be your genuine self with your friend. Because even the friend should be the one that he's. I just say this. You can show your dirty laundry.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I mean, like they should know. They should know the bad, the bad,
good,
and the good about you.
True.
That's that.
True. Number three, another way you can check if you're friends with your spouse, and this is on both sides. It's like we said, all these things are things you can work on. Number three is third point. In addition to everything we've said, is the fact that if anything happens to you, whether good, bad, ugly, whatever it is that happened to you first, who is the first person that you call? Is it your spouse you're going to tell, or you're going to tell someone else?
Answer that question. I said I'll tell God first.
Yeah.
I was like, I'll tell God first.
And I said, in addition to telling, okay, now that you've told God, God knows. Who is the next person you're going to tell?
Now, can you remember when the house was on fire? What did I tell you?
And that's it. Thank you for calling me. And that's it. Most times, a lot of married couples, they don't call their spouses first. They call probably someone else. They call their friend first. They call someone else first.
It's just partner.
By the way, your husband should be your best gist partner. You are true friends. Your husband should be your gist partner. I know some people might be like, but she will not understand. But she will not. Yeah, if
she will not understand, then teach them.
Make them to understand.
Teach them how you want to respond. Because I'm still teaching this man how I want it to respond.
Oh yeah, definitely. And it's a lifetime process. It doesn't end anywhere. So be your partner's gist partner. You understand? If you're not doing it, if you've not been doing it, please try and start inculcating it. Your partner, your spouse, the person you're engaged to, if you're in a relationship and you're looking towards marriage, the person you are with should be the first person that you can tell everything and anything. So if you have that kind of a partner, then we can say probably you're married to your friend. So what is that benefit of friendship?
So first, question 2 is,
So what are the benefits of friendship?
we are talking about the benefits of friendship and marriage right now. Emotional intimacy. Because from there you'll be able to have emotional intimacy. That's one of the benefits. Having friendship and marriage, and also better teamwork.
Yeah.
Better teamwork, I think, because it won't. It's because I feel like better teamwork. Because if you marry your friend, the both of you will be able to do life together.
Oh yeah.
Laughter and joy in the house.
Oh yeah.
There is laughter and joy in the house.
Yep.
And that's another good thing, no? Laughter and fun and joy is good for your life. It's good for you.
Yep.
It's good for your children to see that and emulate that and be like, okay, I want that in my own marriage when I marry.
True.
It's not all stiffy.
Yeah.
Stiff stuff.
Yep.
So yeah.
Yep.
I was gonna say companionship.
Yes.
I was gonna say companionship anyway. Companionship.
Yeah.
And also friendship in marriage, they said 2 is better than 1.
Absolutely.
So if 2 is better than 1 and you guys are in friendship and you guys are in is it in English. Entwine together. Intertwine together.
Yeah.
You guys like will move seamlessly in life towards things together because you guys are united and there's that thing, other things like that. So I feel like those are my own benefits of friendship and marriage.
Yep. Yeah, same thing I have here. It brings joy, laughter, happiness to your home, and not only your home, but even to you yourself. And it's going to show in every area of your life. It makes the both of you and your marriage blossom when you are friends with your spouse. And intimacy, emotional, physical, any kind of intimacy, you just bond together. It brings, and again, it brings out your best self in terms of you're trying to get to know each other very better. Another thing is that friendship gives your marriage a solid foundation, and it helps you to face whatever challenges might come your way. And also friendship will help your marriage to last longer and make it stronger. So now that we've discussed all those, probably the final question that we'd like to discuss here is how can couples build friendship in your marriage? How can you build your marriage if you're engaged, to those who are looking to go into relationship, and to those who are married now? How can they build?
First
How can they
of all,
build
how can you build friendship?
Sorry.
Okay. First of all, the first notion I want everybody, you can't force a friendship.
Yep.
Which is true. But let's say you want a best friend right now. What are the qualities that you want in your best friend? Can you list them out? And once you list them out, can you now be that best friend to your husband?
Yep.
Can you act out those lists in it to your spouse or to the person that you're engaged to? That way, like I call it reverse psychology. Instead of you saying, do this for me, you are doing it for them.
Definitely.
And from there, they will see and they will be able to say, okay, if she is doing that or he is doing that, let me be able to do. Let me be able to do back for her. That's the thing.
Yep.
That's one thing. So I'll say the things that you want in your friends, like what type of things you want in your marriage, like the things that you want, like if it's friendship, and okay, based on the friendship, what type of quality is it that you want them to be, have your back, to be able to correct me, to be able to do this, somebody that has my interest, somebody that can you be that person to your spouse? Another way that you can build friendship will be friends is always getting to know somebody
Oh yeah.
and you get to know them on what their hobbies, what do they like to do. And
Absolutely.
also, if you find what they like to do, like this man likes to watch football.
Yeah.
Manchester United for life. I don't watch football, but I took interest in his own interest, which is football. I think the other day I was asking you, did they?
Yeah, did they play? Yeah.
They play, and it was like, okay,
Oh,
yes, they played.
I miss a
And he
lot.
was telling me about something that they played, and I was listening to it. Yeah, that was me taking part in his own interest because that is what he likes.
True.
I mean, I like Korean movie, K-drama for life. Husband, when last have you watched K-drama? But he has watched K-drama with me.
You still watch today, no?
You're not watching with me.
No.
You're just sitting
I was
beside
paying
me.
attention to it.
You were doing something you're not at all.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't let me, if I ask you on TV right now, or what's the name of the K drama watching right now?
What's the title again?
That is a nice one.
Yeah.
So yeah, you take interest in the things that they love to do, and then you guys do it together.
Yep.
I like with him.
Yep.
It's not like as if I like to watch, I like to, but I just do it because that is what makes him happy. That's what helps him out. Or that is what tickles his fancy. I'll say it that way.
Yeah.
So yeah, trying to go beyond myself and like get to know the other person. Yeah. Get to know them. I feel like let me not say a lot, but you say the rest.
Yeah. And that's true. It's the fact that don't just play along, try and make, interest, think, like you said, you watch soccer, you know some players there. I'm getting into the K-drama world as well gradually, which is fun. The other day we were answering some questions about, if you remember some of the past movies that,
Okay, dramas.
yeah, sometimes you might not even do so much. You just being there with them at that moment goes a long way, and those are little things, and that would lead to the first point I also had. Second point I had in addition to what she said is you have to be intentional. If you're going to be friends with your spouses, you have to be intentional about it, because every other thing will want to come your way. Life will get busy. That one is sure. The kids will be growing. You need to be there for them. The family, you need to be there for the family or extended family or the community engagement will also come around. And even the work will get busy too. Life will get busy, but we must be intentional about it. If it's few minutes you can spare, make sure that you connect to that person. Everybody has a child in them. No, I would say child in them in a literal form. That all of us grew up, right? So there's still that fantasy inside every one of us, that yearning of building friends. So get to connect with. So one is being intentional about being intentional about your spouse, be intentional about them, both on the giving side and on the receiving side. So don't just receive that friendship from your spouse alone. Also give that as well to your spouse. Number two is, like you said, develop interest in their passion, in their life. What do they like to do? Support them as well too. Don't instead of some people criticize their partners. If it's a bad thing, it's fine. You can correct them. You can correct in love, call their attention in love. However, if it's a good thing, don't downplay that. Oh, why is this thing that you like? Why are you lazy of everything? Is it this one? Like, no, that's what they grew up with. For example, there's some adults that play games, right? If you have a spouse that plays games, that still plays PlayStation, for example, as a wife, there's nothing that takes, sit down there. Even if you don't know how to handle the remote, let him teach you how to how to handle the gamepad. Sit down there, learn how to play that game. From there, you're connecting to that friendship in that person. And also, as a guy, if your wife likes to, what's one thing that ladies would like to do? Your wife enjoys cooking. You understand? Support her. Be there. because all those things bond both of you. Your wife is, she enjoys to cook, she enjoys to do things in within the house. That's what she is. And then you as the guy, that's when you're not cross leg and you're not doing things on your own. Be intentional, be there. Those are little avenues to bond with that person. Number three is be vulnerable with each other. Be open to each other. You can't build friendship without being vulnerable. So open to up to that person, and also let your partner open up to you. That's why this thing has to be giving and receiving, because some people, their partner pours so much into them, but they are not ready to pour. So as you pour into your partner, also create room for your partner to pour yourself to you. As you're vulnerable with your partner, let your spouse also be vulnerable with you. Number four or number five, with our own point, is play. She said this before. Please play with your spouse. Tickle them. Tickle them. Tickle them. Tickle your spouse. Play with them. He or she is your spouse.
Tickle
Tickle them. Like mommy Funke Felix Ajijimo said, put meat in the mouth and go to them. Play with your spouse. Just, can I give you a secret? Sometimes you just disturb your spouse for no reason. It works.
It's work.
God will give you wisdom on how to go about it. But just play with your spouse. Everybody has a child in them, no matter how old they may be. So find what makes your partner laugh. And and again too, laugh in your home. If you remember, there's some experiences that you share with each other, and both of you just burst into laugh. Learn to laugh. Don't be stiff, and that's something too. Don't be stiff to your spouse. Be free to your spouse. Play with your spouse. Laugh with your spouse. Do laugh at your own jokes. Laugh at their jokes. Play when you have the time to. No, no, say play every day. That also helps to build the relationship. Play with them every day. Tickle them every day. Touch them every day. Just play with them and make them laugh. Make each other laugh. All those things build the friendship in marriage. Finally, is like we said this before, build. There are many more points that you can want to add yourself. Is connect with the inner child of that person. Everybody has an inner child. Connect with that inner child, and also communicate, talk, and also be ready to listen too. Because your spouse might want to say so much, but you are not listening. So open up and also be open up too.
Can I say two things more? I'll also say that treating each other with kindness also, because friends are kind to each other. They're not harsh to each other.
True.
Maybe they can tell you things, correct you in a harsh way or everything, but they treat each other with kindness. So treating each other with kindness.
True.
And also, if he does something for me, I express gratitude. So also trying to express gratitude,
Good morning.
because you don't know how that small gratitude can go, how long it can go through. So expressing gratitude, because it's just you being thoughtful. You're thoughtful in your, like, that's way. Be thoughtful with the little things that is doing, what she's doing, and just express it and just tell them thank you. So I think those are two things. Yeah. You've already said be intentional. Being intentional in getting to know their life, what's going on in their life. What are you doing this week? Always work. Is anybody stressing your work? Like being intentional, like digging deep. Those are the little things that you can even do follow up. Babe, did this. How was it? That shows intentionality actually for you to follow up. So it's just those little things that do adds up. That adds up at the end of the day. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, babe. That was so good. And to wrap everything up is the fact that even if you don't start as friends, you know, if you don't start as friends, you can absolutely build your friendship. So whether you're single, hoping to get married soon or someday, whether you're engaged, or even whether you're married, friendship is very key to the success of every and any relationship. So please make sure that you put in the work in your marriage to make sure that you have a good and great marriage and relationship. And because it's the bedrock of every home, and we're trusting God that your marriage, your relationship will be a great success, and that your friendship will blossom and thrive. So please, as you go, make sure you are intentional about building your friendship in your marriage. Make time out for your spouse too. That's another way to build your friendship. Make time out for your spouse. Don't get too busy about life that you don't create time for yourself and your spouse. So build your friendship, build your relationship, play together, laugh together, be your authentic self with them, and let them also be their authentic self with you. Make sure that as you go, make sure that you make time for each other. Make sure you forgive. That's also one thing about friendship. Be forgiving, be kind, be generous towards each other, be vulnerable with each other, support and motivate and encourage each other, and also towards each individual person's goal and objective and vision. Support each other, push each other, and also be your best self with your spouse, and let your past spouse be their best self with you. And if we can do all these little tips, our friendship in our marriages will grow better, and we'll have more successful marriages. And from us, I think that's just our home piece of advice. We opened that and pray that your marriages, all our marriages, will be a great success, and our friendships in our marriages and relationship and engagements will thrive and be of great success. So thank you for listening to us. And any parting words? No. No, okay. Um, Finally, before we go, please you can follow us on our social media pages. Um, you know, just to start from my best friend, my wife, she has a page, an Instagram page, which is called Graceful Harmony. I know you might see it on the screen, scrolling it from your screen. Graceful Harmony, and Graceful Harmony is a page dedicated to parenting. You want to learn about parenting,
It's just family.
family.
It's not only parenting.
Oh, okay. So
There's family.
yeah,
There's about faith.
faith. Yes.
It's also about wellness.
Yeah.
So it's a three in one. So everything that technically makes you whole as a person. So family is family in general, which is like parenting is about the kids.
Mm.
Few things in my life that I feel like I wished my parent, or the things I wished, or the things I wish my parent did, or a few things that I feel like will be helpful for people. So you can just
And things you also learn too from
things I've learned, and also things I've learned from a mentorship, and going on seminars and different things. It's just few things I just want to bless people with.
Okay. So please rush to on Instagram go to Graceful Harmony, and please like, share, invite, send to your friends as well. So share the link, share the link to your friend so that they can also like and get some good, wonderful tips there about family, and it's gonna bless you. And also, in addition to that, you can also follow us on all our social media handles. Abby's Chat on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube, we're on Thread, and also on TikTok. So you might want to just follow us there, and so that you can enjoy some of the great videos that we're going to be posting there, and get notified about upcoming future programs. So from us, we want to say thank you for joining this episode. Thank you for listening. We hope we've been able to bless you with a little that we know, and we hope that it's going to bless you as you listen, and also as you practicalize some of these things in your own relationship and marriage. So from us to you, I want to say thank you. God bless and have a wonderful, 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 wonderful rest of your year 2025. Till we'll see you again in another episode. See you. Bye-bye. God bless.
Hardly